Yo, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Corey the Man, ready to get right into it. Let's get it.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and the latest roundup for WWE 2K25, where today we have all the latest reveals including new entrances and new screenshots. We got new deals surrounding content coming to the creation suite, the first look at the selection screen and a call for TNA DLC, plus we've also got a date announced for this year's roster reveal with one WWE legend teasing she might be a part of it. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest wrestling game news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's start with the latest news regarding the WWE 2K25 roster reveal, as IGN have announced that the roster reveal will take place on Monday, February 17th. The roster reveal is set to announce all of the superstars who will be a part of the game's base roster, with a DLC reveal then taking place closer to release. Last year's reveal, which took place on Up Up Down Down, showcased around 40 superstars in total and also showed gameplay of them in action, with the full roster list then posted to the WWE 2K website once the show had ended. While the format of this year's reveal has yet to be announced, it's expected that we'll see the reveal take place in a similar manner, with the main reveal focusing on the bigger names, though given recent releases, there's also a lot of interest in finding out if the likes of Isla Dawn will still make the cut, with those stars likely to be included in the later reveal on the 2K website. One name that could be included in the roster reveal is WWE legend Victoria, as last year she announced that she'd signed a Legends deal that included an option to appear in WWE's video games. While we've not heard anything official about Victoria in 2K25, she was recently asked about the game during a recent livestream and whether she would be included as part of this year's roster. In response, Victoria confirmed that she was told that she'll be in the game, though she doesn't know if she's in the base game or if she'll be available as DLC. Should she be included, this would be Victoria's first appearance in around 15 years, as she last appeared in WWE SmackDown vs Raw 2011. Staying with this year's roster, we have some new reveals to share, as during this week's episode of NXT, the WWE Games account gave us the first look at Wendy Chu, who this year has been updated to feature her dark sleep demon gimmick, which sees her acting possessed. The footage of Wendy's entrance also gives us our first look at the newly updated NXT arena, which has been updated to feature the black and silver design that was brought in as part of NXT's move to the CW, though aside from the update to the graphics, the arena itself is largely the same as it was last year, with the only noticeable difference being an update to the barricades, which now include a railing. After watching the entrance, I went back to take a look at some of the crowd shirts to see if they confirmed any additional stars, and I did notice a few shirts for Apollo Crews and Noam Dar, though the majority of the shirts haven't been updated yet, as it still feature a lot of the designs from last year, with one example being Wendy Chu, as despite her getting an updated gimmick this year, the crowd shirts still show her old shirt, while other returning shirts include Cora Jade's Generation of Jade design, along with older shirts for two stars that have since moved on to the main roster in Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes. Also included amongst the shirts was one for Schism, which would allude to an older model of Joe Gacy, which would make sense considering his Wyatt 6 model is DLC content as part of the pre-order bonus. Moving on to the next reveal, we got a new screenshot revealed by the WWE Games social accounts, as they revealed the first look at Andrade El Idolo, who makes his return to the series for the first time in 5 years after last appearing in 2K20. The screenshot of Andrade confirms that we're getting a brand new model that comes complete with a new entrance that features his black mask, as comparing the screenshot with Andrade's previous model, the new update looks to be a big improvement. Moving on to the most recent reveal, ahead of SmackDown, the WWE Games account released the full entrance video for Seth Rollins' current model, with this footage confirming the addition of a brand new entrance motion, as Seth's entrance has now been redone so that it better fits with what we see on TV.
Freddy is here to help you stay protected. With Prep, you can get Prep delivered discreetly right to your door. There's nothing.
One of the coolest things about Seth's new entrance is the in-ring section, as once he enters the ring, Seth's entrance music will fade out and it leaves just the crowd as they sing along to his theme. One other thing that I noticed during the entrance that a few others also pointed out was the way that his hair moves, as the hair physics, which are always a big talking point every year, have seemingly been updated. Sharing more on that update, WWE Games creative director Lionel Jinks recently spoke to Shaq News, and he noted that some of the newer hairstyles really set a new benchmark this year, with Dominic Mysterio's new hair being pinpointed as one of the main examples. Speaking of the limitations around hair, Jinx also went on to note that a lot of the limitations come down to them not having the capacity to support the pipelines for current gen and old gen consoles, though they're hoping to make a big jump with this once they're solely focused on next gen hardware. On the subject of superstars hair, we also got some great news regarding the Creation Suite, as speaking in a separate interview with DS of Ring the Bell, Lionel Jinks revealed that they're making a big push to include any new hairstyle which they create for in-game superstars to be added to the Creation Suite. The inclusion of new hairstyles in the Creation Suite is something that creators have been pushing for years, as creator superstars always felt limited with what's on offer, so being able to use any new hairstyles with Creation should give creators much more variety and better looking hairstyles in general, as a lot of the superstar hairstyles look far better than the generic ones. Next up, we recently got the first look at this year's selection screen, as a new video from IGN showed LA Knight reacting to his entrance, with a video showing off the selection screen ahead of the match. The selection screen footage also shows off one of this year's new features, as this year the developers have included a new favourite weapon option which can be customised when selecting a superstar. For LA Knight, the favourite weapon option is already set, as by default he's set to use a microphone, while for Jacob he doesn't have a weapon selected, so you can manually set one by selecting this icon, which allows you to then choose a weapon from a scrolling list, with a chosen weapon then pulled out when searching under the ring for the first time. Up next, let's talk DLC. As while we're still a few weeks away from finding out who will appear as part of this year's DLC lineup, following the announcement of a partnership between WWE and TNA Wrestling, a lot of players have been calling for a TNA DLC pack, and that's something that has also been brought up by current TNA champion Joe Hendry, as speaking in an interview with Ariel Helwani. Joe said he wants to see a TNA DLC pack in 2K25.
Can you imagine if we had a TNA DLC?
Oh my god.
That would be huge. And that's not just the modern roster like myself. That could be classic AJ Styles, you know? That would be exciting.
The prospect of a TNA DLC pack is a real possibility this year, given the partnership between the two companies, as it would allow 2K to include TNA stars like Joe Hendry himself, the Hardys, who are currently under contract with TNA, or, as Joe mentioned, classic versions of WWE stars like AJ Styles, as a lot of the WWE roster have spent time in TNA at one point in their career. Whether it happens is something that we're going to have to wait and see, but with just under a month away until early access begins, it shouldn't be too long before we find out who's DLC. So that's the latest news roundup for WWE 2K25. Let me know what you make of it in the comments, and if you want to find out more about this year's new Island mode, you can check out this video going over all of the new details. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching this video. Have yourself.
Thank y'all for watching. You know we got more videos to come. Let's get right into the next one.